Well, that's the latest in Greenland. Let's head back to Iceland because the first stages of their partial eclipse, they too are beginning around now. It will, oh, look, just as I say there, my director is pointing me to just that nudge of the sun that's come out of it, because there you see just the beginnings of the live pictures from Iceland of what we'll see bit by bit progress. I was listening to an account from astronomers in Cornwall a little earlier, and they said it does happen gradually. It's not just immediately it goes to a much darker picture. And they were saying it's like watching the minute hand on your watch. That's the sort of time that it takes. And even as I was describing that, you can see a little more of a nudge out of the sun as the eclipse begins. And of course, in an hour, they will get totality there in Iceland. So the picture there, I'm going to speak to the Icelandic musician Guðrún Árný now. Now, she's on a mountainside because a group of enthusiasts have headed there. So let's try and bring her in and hope that the sound quality works in that location, because it's a way up north. And thank you so much for being here on the program.
Oh, thank you.
What is it like?
I don't think we have words to describe this. We have like hundreds of people joining together here, and I was just playing and performing in the middle of nowhere and choosing songs to connect to all the people from around the world. And we are just waiting and starting to, we don't need a clear sky. We only need to be here. And when it goes dark, I don't think we can imagine how it's going to be until we have just lived this. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And for bus travels to do this, they carried all my stuff, pianos, into up the mountain. If you can see, there's my tent, and then this is where I was playing.
I knew you were singing. I had absolutely no idea that they were going to actually take a piano up there so you could have that playing with you. That is extraordinary, because I was talking to the organizer.
Nobody does this.
Nobody does it. You're absolutely right. I was talking to the organizer earlier. He said he spent such a long time trying to get the exact location near to that fjord, the perfect place to actually see this eclipse, and he's dragged all the musical equipment up there with you.
Yes, we had healthy boys helping me and just all the people gathering around, and we are in Snæfellsnes, which is a beautiful place, and we will get 2 minutes of darkness. So we are very excited, and we're just waiting over there.
When I was talking earlier, he was saying to me he believes in karma, and was hoping that the cloud would part to give you the best view. What's it looking like? What's it looking like now?
We're still waiting. Well, I think it's lighter than it was like an hour ago. But that's maybe just something that we are hoping for. But this is there's not a lot of wind, and in Iceland, where there's no wind, the weather is fantastic. I think we are so lucky to have this small breeze and warm weather. This is like 14 or 15 degrees, I think. That's warm for Iceland.
Yes, and just tell me, because you're a singer, you were performing to all of those enthusiasts who were there with you about an hour or so ago, but are you also an eclipse enthusiast?
Yes, and we have a guy called Sævar, Stjörnu Sævar. He is just always on Facebook putting all this information about the eclipse. And I think I'm also just excited to see how he reacts to this solar eclipse, because he has been teaching us so much. And I think everybody in Iceland is just waiting very excitedly to just live this.
It is a long wait for something that lasts only, a couple of minutes, isn't it?
I think it will be the longest 2 minutes that we have, experienced, thank you. Because it's going to be pitch black in the middle of the day for 2 minutes. That's crazy.
We've been hearing from experts who have experienced this before, and they talk about wildlife going quiet, the birds go quiet, the temperature drops. I mean, you were telling us the temperature there a little earlier. In terms of the wildlife around you at the moment, can you hear the wildlife? Is it there? Because that potentially is something that changes in those 2 minutes.
Yeah, I heard that also. We have a lot of birds, but if you think about it, we haven't seen them for a while, but they are usually around. Maybe they're just... Sometimes you think animals, they know before us, so maybe they are just already leaving. I don't know. This is not my specialty.
It's not your specialty, but are there people in your group who are specialists, who are explaining to all the people who've gone up that mountain exactly what to expect and what they're actually looking out for?
Yes. Should I get them?
we won't have time to swap the bikes and do all of that sort of stuff.
No,
but
it's fine.
There are people there explaining to you some of the science, is there?
Yes, all the way. Yeah. And I think also we have just been reading about it and gathering information ourselves because we are very excited. And there's just so much magic when people from all over the world come together, and we're just waiting to see what happens.
I was talking to our guest in Greenland and making the point that it's really obvious wherever we're actually focusing on that people want to be with other people to go through an experience like that. You must very clearly have that feeling too from some of the things you've already told me.
Yes, I brought my husband and my 10-year-old, and we have a blanket with us and picnic. And she also had this, her dad made this, printed this egg with this glow-in-the-dark material. So she's going to be just waiting for her little toy to glow. This is something that I thought of would be a little to send you in the darkness, because if you're small, you maybe get a little bit scared. So we're going to watch her little toy just glow for 2 minutes. I think it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. And I was talking to someone a bit earlier, and I think we'll hear from her in a moment or two, but they were explaining in terms of a total eclipse, where in different geographical locations, a total eclipse only happens once every 400 years. So you're absolutely right to take your children along with you, because this is so rare.
Of course, this is so rare. I don't think we realize how rare it is, because you see the moon eclipses, they're a part of the moon goes or something. But this is pitch black in the middle of the day, where we have long days still here in Iceland. So it's going to be an experience. Wow, it's amazing.
Well, listen, we have to end it there, but thank you so much. I mean, you're halfway up a mountain at a fjord, and you've managed to talk to us all the way up the mountain. And well, let's hope, as you were saying, that karma is good for you and the clouds part, and it all goes well in the coming hours. And I'll return to that. Thank you so much. I'm going to return to those pictures you see, and there they are, full screen. And just in the course of an interview, you see another chunk of the sun nibbled out there, and that's how this partial eclipse develops, and in probably less than an hour now, you will see a total eclipse there